Hi and welcome to our updated theory course for our YouTube channel. We're kicking off this new course with the first topic in the theory training syllabus, Alertness. Let's get started. So, an introduction to the alertness topic. In this video we shall discuss the topics of alertness. To be a good driver requires you to be alert and aware of your surroundings at all times. Very often we can miss vital bits of information, misjudge the actions of other road users, or poorly anticipate different situations whilst out driving. It's really important to consider and anticipate these topics whilst driving. We shall look at some of these topics as numbered from 1 to 7, other road users, road signs and markings, distractions whilst driving, the area you're driving through, weather and road conditions, visibility and observations, anticipation of road layouts and the actions of other road users. We will also dive into how to be alert whilst driving, how to be seen by other road users, anticipation of road signs and road markings, anticipating other road users including pedestrians and vulnerable road users, clear observations and overtaking, and common distractions whilst driving. For a more in-depth training video course covering all the topics of the theory syllabus that uses imagery, videos and in-depth tutorials, you can visit our theory training course in the link below this video. If you are interested in an intensive driving course, the Learn and Drive podcast show, please see below this video for more details. When it comes to driving, high levels of concentration are needed to ensure safety when driving. Tiredness causes a lot of accidents in the UK and around the world. You should always avoid driving if you're feeling ill, feeling emotional, feeling tired and feeling drowsy. You can feel drowsy even with prescription drugs prescribed by the doctor, and obviously your classic drugs and alcohol. Driving for long periods of time and especially on the motorway at night can also make you feel really tired. You should always take regular breaks when on long journeys. Open your car's window for some fresh air. This will give you a short-term boost of energy. Take a break if you're feeling drowsy and find somewhere safe and legal to stop. If you are travelling on a motorway, typically this will be the nearest service station. Sometimes having a caffeinated drink can also help, either a coffee or an energy drink. And a power nap if it is possible for you to do so. Observing other road users is very important. Also being seen by others is also just as important. You should always make sure you comply with the use of lights when driving. When it gets dark, is dull or foggy, you should put on the appropriate lights to ensure your visibility to other road users. You should consider either dipped headlights, main beam headlights, fog lights, side lights and hazard warning lights. Of course, you use these lights during different interviews of driving. You should use your fog lights if visibility is less than 100 metres, for example, and you should use dipped headlights for your standard night light whilst driving. Hazard warning lights should be used if you break down or you see a hazard in the road ahead. Sometimes you may not be seen due to following distances or humped bridges and roads. You should always sound your horn if you can't see over a humped bridge, for example. And you should always ensure a large and safe following distance if you're following a lorry. You should always make sure that you are far enough back so that the lorry can see you behind them. If you tailgate a lorry, they aren't able to see you at all. To help when driving, you should observe and acknowledge all road signs and road markings. They are there for a reason. Observing these signs can really help you anticipate challenges, rules of the road and potential dangers. You should learn and understand the many different road signs and markings and use the information to plan your journey. Here are some examples. Warning signs prepare you to slow down or anticipate the messages on all warning signs and respond accordingly. So for example, if you're approaching a junction, you will be presented with a warning sign telling you to give way. You should react to the sign by slowing down in plenty of time. All the road signs should be obeyed. and are displayed on a circular sign, very often with a red ring. You should adapt your car's speed and obey rules of parking, no entry and no stopping whenever you see these signs displayed. Information signs help you navigate your journey. You should use these signs to plan your journey in plenty of time. You should look well ahead, study what you need to study, and you should position your vehicle in the road early to help avoid issues whilst driving. Early planning for you can also help others plan around you. So by taking up these steps early, they are there to help you. So do not ignore information signs. Road markings are a vital part of driving in the UK. There are many road markings, and you should respond to them and know the rules of them. You should not overtake on zigzags, for example, and you shouldn't cross a solid white line except for in special circumstances. Box junctions again have their own rules. You should always know your road markings and their meanings and respond accordingly. When it comes to anticipating other road users, it's really vital to respond safely and in plenty of time. You should anticipate the need to slow, stop or change direction at any time. Anything can happen, so you have to have an awareness and anticipate what could happen. This is referred to driving defensively. When dealing with cyclist children, disabled and the elderly, motorbike riders, and of course animals in country lanes and horse riders. Eye contact with road users is a good technique to kind of gauge their intention. If they're not looking at you, then they haven't seen you. Pedestrians and cyclists can also help you determine what actions to take. Sometimes cyclists will use arm signals. Again, you need to interpret what they're doing and what they're about to do. If another road user has not seen you, this could prompt you to slow down or stop if necessary. If other road users are inexperienced, such as cyclists, and these could be young children, this could prompt you to reduce the speed when passing them and give more space. You should drive defensively and always be prepared to stop at any time. Not all road users are experienced, and you should drive anticipating sudden changes at any time. You should always ensure you can see when reversing or when overtaking large vehicles. If you can't see clearly when reversing, for example, you should get someone to guide you and never continue reversing if you can't see. Emerging out T-junctions can sometimes be very challenging, especially when there are parked cars in the new road restricting your view. You should emerge slowly until you have a good view of the road to the left and to the right. If you edge forward so that your bonnet is in line with the edge of the parked cars, then you will be protected by the parked vehicles in the new road, enabling you to see further up the restricted road. When it comes to overtaking, you should ensure a good view of the road ahead. There are many obstacles that can, of course, restrict your view. Some things to consider are bends in the road that you can't see primarily where you're trying to observe from, oncoming vehicles, especially on country lanes. If you're trying to overtake in the evening or where there's poor lighting, again, this could distort your judgment. Side roads unseen by the overtaking driver. So for example, if you're about to overtake a lorry, there could be a hidden side road up the road ahead on the left. So you need to be aware of all these kinds of things. Road narrowings and brows ahead in the road. When it comes to driving, we often encounter distractions which could potentially lead to accidents. It's really important to be able to identify potential distractions and understand the consequences of such distractions. Here are some common distractions that we all face when driving. Mobile phones ringing or text messaging or WhatsApp notifications. Listening to the radio. Passengers in the vehicle laughing, joking and singing. Hanging objects from the rearview mirror, and of course satellite navigation systems or sat-navs. The use of mobile phones is illegal whilst driving. Drivers can face 6 points on their driving licence and a £200 fine if they are caught using a mobile phone. This includes just touching the phone, so it's always important to make sure that you have your phone away from you so it can't be tempted to touch the phone. Drivers should avoid touching a phone, even if it's just to read a message. Make sure you park in a safe place and turn your engine off. You should also remove your car keys from the ignition prior to touching your phone. Thank you for watching this video. Please leave a like, comment and a recommendation if you feel that you could make our videos better for future training videos to help you pass your theory test. You can visit the links below if you're interested in following intensive driving courses, online theory paid course, our Learner Driver podcast show, our Learner blog, and of course our driving test Facebook group. Until next time, take care.